a special guest in our house. It's going to be doing spoken word. And hopefully, I'm not going to say hopefully, when you leave here, it's probably going to change your life. Believe me when I tell you this. So I'm going to bring him up to the stage in about 45 seconds or 3 minutes. I got a lot to say about him. No, I'm not going to take that much of the mic. When I tell you this young man got the glow, and if you don't know what the glow is, it's probably out your age group. The Last Dragon, when Leroy started growing and the yellow thing came over his body and the glow came out. We went to Louisville and we did a show in Louisville, and the house was packed about 1,000 people. We doing this slam contest, poetry contest, and he got the glow. And I was like, is that dude a fucking alien? Like, he just started glowing and people just started clapping and crying and shit. I didn't know if to run out the place or cry with them, right? So I stayed there and cried with him. When I tell you, there's only one word I can use to describe this young man. I could say he's skinny. That would be correct. I could say he's handsome. That would be correct. I could say that's my little brother, and that would be correct. But the word that I would use to describe him, greatest. And I'm being humble as hell, not because he's my little brother. He's the greatest spoken word artist to ever touch a mic. He's the Michael Jordan of poetry. Now, I'm putting him way up there, so if he fall on his damn face tonight, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Blame me. But it's not going to happen. I seen him one time. We went to Mars. We went to Mars to compete against a couple aliens. They told some more aliens, so we had to leave the galaxy, and he went there and bust their ass too. This dude is amazing. Two-time Colleen Slam champion. National second in the Nationals. For the second? Yep. Second in that should have been first. They got cheated. But it's okay. He finished second. He got like 10,000 books. He an artist, a dad, a lover. Man, this dude is amazing. So y'all give a warm. Hey, start clapping for me, y'all. Start clapping for me. Hey, it's like 10 people in here, but we don't clap like it's 1,000 people in here. Yeah. Y'all bring to the stage Shake Madness.
At 17, it only took $1 to dream. By 36, it took at least 600 milligrams to silence the screams, the darkness is still having nightmares about me. Without thinking, politely, I invite them in. Now, I've had a hatred for taking pills ever since they were vitamins, but this physical and emotional pain calls for packs on Vicodin just to be all right again. See, I never left the battlefield. I've been trying to win this fight within. See, my 6 holes have closed, but what about this 6th soul? I just want to grab a hold and get control. See, this is home. This is my fears get exposed when I sit alone in the road. I've prayed my brain corrodes before it explodes, and sometimes I don't answer the phone because the dial tone tends to remind me of a flat line. The silence can be deafening. See, I began dealing with my depression with boxing, but I could only stomach with so much naproxen, choking back or ibuprofen to not focus on the fact that I'm hurting with every jerk in motion. But see, I'd rather that than these thoughts, because perks don't work on this type of hurt, I swear. I can feel the lining in my stomach getting weaker, chasing 30 milligrams of metazapine, another 10 worth of Ambien, trying to catch it to sleep. But it keeps leaving me. I wonder if the doctors are mistreating me. They got me second guessing my reasoning. I don't communicate so easily. I'm not like I used to be, and I'm still trying to get used to me. Then I've got the trazodone for depression and tramadol for the pain, though schizophrenia may run in my family. I've taken long walks on the edge of insane. This is pain. My first mission was to pick up body bags. So here's the putting life in a perspective, the burning, medically contaminated clothing of our fallen brothers who I left here with that I'm supposed to be protecting. This is the hard truth that I'm forced into accepting at 25. At 25, I was running marathons. By 35, I began hyperventilating while laying still. I used to love what I saw in the mirror. Now it's like standing to the eyes of a man I want to kill. This is real. This is pain. This is staring at the walls, waiting for them to move again. This is drinking yourself into a coma, trying to escape the moon again. This is being afraid to love your family when you ain't scared of nothing, so something's got to give. This is searching for God at the bottom of those bottles so you can ask him how you got to live live. This is wanting to hug your kids after scaring them half to death. This is dire need of rest, the desire to catch your breath and salvage the you have left. This is feeling overcrowded in the crowd. This is when the silence is too loud of a sound to bear, forgetting how to show you care. This is feeling so far out there you may as well still be over there. This is pain. This is too many diagnoses and not enough treatment. So you just keep repeating, I can beat it, I can beat it, I can beat it, I can beat it. Poor appetite, I'm not eating. I'm searching for life's meaning, but I lost my way. I'm lost. And this hurts. This is pain. Since then, when Satan began taking babies, raping ladies, and making babies, I've been crazy since then. I've been blazing this pen, been grazing the skin off the chins of dangerous men way before then. I began to scribble and jot before Jesus came to kick over Moses' building blocks, before the commandments were handed down. I was a sound pounding from the grounds, the hounds on top the hills and mounds, life drowned in my echoes. My bellows beckoned beasts to cease their defeat to kneel in defeat at my feet like the song of peace. Every word was heard, served from afar. Before scorecards or hook bars, I've been barbed at the tongue. Been a poet since poet was the poem. Before Adam roamed, still bits of my frame hanging the names on the side of the throne. I was homegrown, handpicked and delivered to be remembered. Before entertainment became a part of the arrangement, I've been saying shit before I rode on the slave ship or rode on the spaceship or rode up a spaceship. Before poems made you famous, I wrote and quote my hymns for him. I seen him slam, sink, swim. I talk on water. Before I was nice on the mic, I was light at the altar. The word of the Father. Why spit when I am saliva? 1% flesh, 99% fire. Written by Hire, the Messiah among squires. I've been here for a long time, trying to get America online. Men have written divisions of hatred through nations. Through the ages, I've been on the pages, the changes. I've been the hieroglyph of pain, carved into the back of slaves, the braille impressions on the wrist where the chains exist. My name exists anonymously, for I've been written many a times, hidden in plenty of minds, transformed in a rhyme, performed before by these mimes, for a platform was designed for warriors to express their minds. I've died 99 times, but the scribes kept me alive. Erected between boulders with shoulders, guarded by neo soldiers. I'm as precious as a jewel, as violent as a storm. I swarm like enraged waves flooding Gomorrah's caves. I've existed, been twisted for fortune and fame. I've been sported for game. I've been snorted like kings. I was said to take away the pain. I've been sung and danced, strings strummed in romance. I've been beaten over beats, cheap repeats. My identity thief. So many police chiefs I meet taking heat for the beef in the streets. I'm the poem in her original form. Free of verse or serpent, I'm an employee. He employs me to reach, to teach, to preach, not to compete. It's a feat in itself, just being myself. And when I'm beating myself, I don't slam these poems, I am. And I am this poem. How y'all doing? And normally you go to a show, you know, somebody brings them up, they get up there and they be like, yeah, and then they tell you who they are and shit, and you just heard that and stuff like that, right? I like to go straight into it. So I've been doing this for a while. I wrote my first poem in 1992. It was to get a girl. It didn't work, but you know what I'm saying? I realized I had a skill. Yes, I am the first Grand Slam champ McLean. I know that don't mean anything to y'all because y'all don't follow poetry like that. Like, what does that even mean? I might tell you about that later. I am the first to win it twice as well, and all the other stuff. But humbly speaking, I appreciate y'all having me, and we're gonna have a good time tonight. Little warning: some things you'll laugh at, some things you're gonna cry about. Some things you're going to agree with, some you're going to disagree with, but you're going to learn something. We good? Good. All right. So in the poetry world, behind the mic is a safe space, okay? So the person up here can say whatever the fuck they want. Like, you see how I said the fuck? They can say whatever the fuck they want. You ain't really got to like it. Like, I host, and I be like, I can't walk you to your car afterwards, so, you know. Not trying to offend anybody, but we're going to get educated here. We're going to be one big family, right? And just if it's not your cup of tea, stick around. The latter half of the show is for grown folks only. We're gonna be a little, you know, all that stuff. I just ask that y'all, you know, respect the mic. So like, I got a microphone and a speaker, so I should be the loudest one. And don't do that shit. I don't care what you seen on TV. Don't snap your fingers, okay? You enjoy yourself, clap, holler, you don't make noise. That we like that. The energy you give is the energy you get. It's like, I'm not a dentist, I hate dentists, so pulling teeth is not what I do. Cool, we good? All right, okay, so on with the show. Here we go.
Hold on. After your poems, are we allowed to actually think about it?
Yes, you can ask anything. You know what I'm saying? While I do this next poem, if somebody don't mind, like letting, because the next poem I want to do is, if the ladies don't mind, I need to speak to the fellas. So I'm gonna need a couple more guys in here for the next poem. Somebody let them know. Hey, okay, yeah, all right, here we go. So I'm gonna. Do you know why they dread locks? In fear we may band two knots, bolas, fist, arm ourselves. Do not fret, for even in death we are not done yet. Eliminate threat. We must protect. Synagogue. Do a man's job, never back down. The king lost his crown the moment he sat down. Rise. Like roots, snatched from the earth it hurts. Like hanging fruit, they aim and shoot. Endanger our youth, proof that my melanin made my mother a martyr, my father forgotten. In the name of Jesus, crossing T's for every I they've dotted, abusing our benevolence, our kindness for a weakness, convinced the turning of the cheek while they peek at which side cuts the deepest. You can't dream of better if you don't know what sleep is. Stay woke. That be the mantra. We do the Contra. We be the Somali, the Mongo, the Congo, the Igbo. We be the Hausa, the Hosa, the Fulani, the Mande, the Sandawi, and we be everywhere. Our hair strong like backbones and calloused foot soles. We've marched, the starving and the parched, broken hearts. We've bled art, cried music, sweating bullets to have our work turned against us, drenched us in blood and lives, turned us against our loved ones. Watch as we kill ourselves. This is hell, and God is not responsible for this creation. See, they gave us a savior after they created the Satan. See, dark is the light, like pray is the fight, like wrong is the right. We tend to forget that read is the right, like he is the kite. If you look high enough, there's power above those towers. Cowards know. So they keep you slow, stupid, foolish. You don't know what to do with. You find it and lose it. They steal it, reward you with gold caps to chew with. Your value ain't as priceless as your life is until you're lifeless. Pray for your silence. Cooperation is the corrupt invasions co-opt our nations. Agreed upon enslavements, like voting. Just hoping. It's like laying down. So lay it down or pick it up. Afros, we're sun rays, waves, we sunbathe, we're sun-made. Since they ain't made it this strain, they made us strange. We've been conditioned into submission. It's all a shampoo. Convince you it's a friendship just before they scam you. And we forgive death more than they forgive debt. We don't return fire by wasting racist breaths. We just tend to forget. We forget. Do you know why they dread locks? Because they watch us struggle to escape the shackles they've made, and they're too afraid to catch this fade. All right. So, thank you. All right. So, usually a lot of people think poetry is always like roses are red and stuff like that, and it's all about the women and incense burning and stuff. Like a long time ago, we used to do a lot of that. But I'm married, so the women ain't that important. I got one now. So this is for the fellas, ladies. I'm asking your permission. Can I talk to the fellas first before? Can I? Yes. Okay. All right. Hey, yo, fellas.
What's up, sir? Yo.
Okay, it's more than 3 guys in here. Hey, yo, fellas.
Yeah.
You ever had your ass ate? I'm talking about when the tongue penetrates and you don't know whether to escape or to punch on her damn face. Did it damn near make your stomach ache? It was all good when she was giving you head and you were giving her face. You would feel like she violated your personal space. You're trying to fight it because you don't know if you're supposed to like it. You'd have never tried it willingly. Now your booty hole is tingling. No pun intended. See, personally, my ass is an exit, not an entrance. There are no visits intended. I don't like feeling defenseless. Does your heart plummet when she tells you to turn on your stomach? Do you get nervous when she's massaging your lower back and wind blows across the crack? Do you cuff the sack between your thighs when she touches your behind? Do you cry on the inside when her tongue was on the inside? Does your manhood flee? Do you buckle at the knees? Does everything tighten up when she swipes your butt? Does it shut down when she comes around your brown round? Do you ever have to fight the fact that you love her, but now you know she's a nasty motherfucker? Brothers, does your ferocious inner lion purr like a kitten when she's hitting that hidden forbidden? Do you find yourself committing to not submitting? Do you fight the urge to look back and say, what the fuck are you doing? Was your pride ruined for the moment? Did you hold it? The screams and the shouts you wanted to let out, or did you let it fester and sequester? Did what just happened even register? Don't you want to believe that lubrication was a hallucination? Did she conveniently leave out the part about her being a sexual deviant? Did she first lick the scrotum when you turned over to give you composure? She tricked you before she licked you. Then she had the nerve to pucker up to kiss you. Did you give her that if I had feeling in my legs, I would kick you side eye roll for Frenching your no-fly zone? Did you not want to tell her she was being such an asshole? Again with the puns. But then when she was done with her tongue, she wanted to make her fingers friends with your bun. Doesn't wet ass feel like you just had the runs, fellas? Has your manhood been victimized in the name of having your sex life energized? Did you not give consent before you were stripped of your dignity? Did some crazy hellion do to you what some sick vixen did to me? If so, there is help. But first you got to admit to self just how good it felt. I like performing that around couples because the guy he put his head down and the wife is looking at him, and I'm like, don't nobody share drinks with her. She got shit mouth. She got shit mouth. See, they ain't sharing straws. She nasty. Yes. So that was actually based off a true story. First time it happened to me, I wanted to fight. I lost, and she was taller than me too. She was like 6'1". She was massaging my back, and I curled up in the corner, and I was like, I held the pillow up. I was lost. What the fuck was that? Don't do that shit no more. I left her room. I was in college, long time ago. I left. I was, Anyway, what time is it? 5 a.m. Fuck Folgers. The best part of waking up are your hips on my shoulders. I don't need you to turn over. I want you just the way you are. I'm so far above par that even with you face down, I can show you the stars. Remove your bra so I can kiss on every scar that covers your heart before I part your hips, before you part your lips as my tongue plays drums till you come from the percussion body gushing like I'm flushing your senses. Guaranteed to handle my business. Military precision and missionary position. Kissing every inch of you before I introduce to you maneuvers unsuitable for the Kama Sutra. Move your body closer. Let me expose you to orgasms and back spasms. Get your back off the mattress. Let's practice acrobatics and old-fashioned passion while I'm waxing that ass, taxing that ass, relaxing that ass as I massage your hips with lips and fingertips and sip the syrup that drips down your thighs. Climb these walls as I climb yours. It's 6 a.m. You're wide awake, body shaking, laying on the floor, contemplating how to escape through the door, but your body craves more shake for breakfast. Sweat beaded necklace under your chin, you're afraid to give in, you moan. Deeper. I listen, inching, teeth clenching, spines bearded, tight-fisted. This shit is mystic, the way I lick it till your face twisted. Your waist, I grip it, tongue scripted a recipe for ecstasy below your belly till you jelly. 6:45, I'm fortified to go to 9, but you're looking tired, baby. Unwind your mind, I'll take my time and grind swine from your behind. 7:30, yes, still working it. Your hips inverted, deeply inserted, cheeks soaked from the deep throat. You gave head to the class before I gave head to your ass. It's 8:30. How much can you take? I'm awake now. About to cause your body to break down, flatten your tires and expire your frequent flyer miles. Sliding on the kitchen tiles, we fucking a marathon of miles through this house. Cause you to catch lockjaw with nothing in your mouth, the way I pounce on every ounce you dare to put out. 9 a.m. See, after that last nut, you don't want to be touched. It's okay. I'll be home after lunch, but thank you for waking me up. 4 hours. 4 hours. When my 20s and my early 30s, I had stamina like that. In the mid 40s, I got a good 8 minutes. I can give you the foreplay, but add the foreplay, we might be able to get a good 45. But you gotta build for that second win, right? Them younger days, yes. Yes. It was like, hey man, I don't know. I was in shape. That's how I stayed so thin. Everything to stay in shape. Yoga, Pilates, running track, martial arts, all that other stuff. Speaking of which, y'all know nothing about me other than what Gift said. So, other than spoken word, And I was a girl dad, you know. I had to learn how to play volleyball because my youngest wanted to play volleyball. And I was her coach for 3 years, and then she, you know. But I got my daughter's in their 20s now. I'm an empty nester. Yeah, round of applause for that. Happy. Yeah. Get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, so that's a good thing. And I'm a martial artist. I've been practicing martial arts for 39 years. Now I teach children and self-defense classes for adults, primarily women. I know we in Texas, everybody think I can carry a gun, I can carry a sword and a bazooka down the street, but you know, but we'll talk about that. You see me offline if you're interested in that. All right, get back into this. Okay, so these next couple poems, now I'll give y'all a little taste. These next gonna be a little serious, okay? Y'all with me? All right. Oh, one thing, if your phone is not like on vibrate or shh or hush or something like that, would you do that, please? Like, it's real embarrassing when people's like ringtones go off, and we really don't want to know you that well, because some of y'all, you know, some of the shit, you know what I mean? Like, I was doing a serious piece one time, and like, yeah, like, you know, wet ass pussy came on somebody's phone, you know, Meg Thee Stallion. It's like, we talking about our Lord and Savior, and you know, I don't, you know, I'm pretty sure, you know, I mean, Jesus gave it to you, but you know, just, all right. What was my real name? Before your NBA made me an award-winning slave, just in salary caps for your slave trade, what was my name? Before all this fame came, before the crack cocaine game, before the gangs and those slain in vain who now fill graves, what was my name? See, my queens Cleopatra and Makeda are like one and the same. But somehow a name change took place, like features removed from face by Alexander the Great's distaste and hate. Before I became strange fruit, I had roots. Before I hung from noose, there was proof. There was truth. Was my name Ishad before they called me Jesus and changed what I believed in? Tell me your reasons why, after centuries of torture, am I forced to hyphenate my culture, misinterpret my religion? There's no record of African Americans in the beginning, or Mexican Americans, or Asian Americans, or Native Americans. No Americans, period. But as long as the game is played to the final period, and I run up the score, front line, ready to die in the battle of your wars, or worldwide tours explored to call my women whores, and I perform, you'll secure my floor, 4 walls and a front door. What was my name before the pain of your financial gains, before the chains, before the Negro was tamed, before it was ballin'? What did you call it? Was Sierra Leone the home of diamonds before you started mining? Could I afford to live my life in prayer before you lied about tithing? Why are you hiding? I've been lost with no compass, no roadmap and right directions, no answers to my questions, the ammunition in my weapon, just unanswered blessings and unknown confessions of this unrecognizable reflection. Was my immaculate conception in the likeness of perfection before you told me my complexion was an infection, or before you loved my sister for her sex instead of her intellect? What did you call me then when I was just different instead of nappy head, big lip, wide nose, before queens were called bitches, hoes, or big bone, before we were the homeless vagrants or master's favorites, before we were escapees, refugees, haji's, wetbacks, or goops? What was my truth before I was Muslim or Christian, confined to your traditions, before I was considered Jew or spoke Hebrew or became ashamed of my people, before I knew that black meant unequal? What the fuck was my name before Hitler's hit this or the U.S. government served up Pearl Harbor for Christmas? What was my business in this country if you didn't want me? Before my mother was your bitch, back when Africa was still rich, before you armed our foes starving with triggers, before our fathers started calling us niggas, I had a name, before you made before you made my max minimum wage, before you shared with me that good book with the torn pages and the changes you made throughout the ages, before I was your boy, or fit one of the boxes on the application, before the plantations and reservations, before being forced to accept and claim this nation, I had a name, and now I'm searching for the language from which it came. All right. Getting a dry mouth. So yeah, hear me out. Hey, whoever can whistle when she come in, everybody whistle. That's my wife. She's coming in. So what I was about to say is. Yes. So what I was about to say, right? I appreciate everybody like the attention, but like feedback and energy, it helps. Like, you know, I feel like I'm in the mirror, like performing for myself. So it's okay to make sounds. Like, you know, it's okay. It's all right. Okay, especially if you like it. If you don't like, you about to boo me, like, say that, keep that shit to yourself and do it when I'm done. You know, do it when I'm done. All right. Okay. So again, like I said, this is the serious part. So. How does a child blossom without rays of inspiration? Days of desperation, nights filled with her father's penetration. Separation anxiety, silence, violence. See, she's already tried it. Each night she opens her eyelids, hoping to never see again. She fears her reflection, her mother's rejections, as she counts her many imperfections, searching for direction. She's lost. Collecting her tears in a wishing well, wishing hell would take her away. But heaven is making her stay. The self-mutilating has began replacing her pain. How much longer can she maintain an emotional slave to show her face she's ashamed that she never misbehaved enough to deserve these unjust punishments? Just wanting to be done with it, contemplating the comatose state an overdose will create, she waits for an answer. Like some irreversible emotional cancer. See, she's dying slowly. Life is lonely when surrounded by so many phony faces. These cold replacements of a family that no longer bothers. No more dick from her father. She now swaps spit with her foster father. If she can't get any further or bother thinking about tomorrow, she borrows illusions to escape her confusion and sorrow. She kneels, looks to the heavens, says, God, I'm only 7 and I'm losing my mind here. Tell me why I'm here. How come the sun don't shine here? And she hears. She hears the same nothing she heard when she cried out to her mother and said, Daddy touched her. He molested and lust for her. The same nothing she hears, she holds back her tears, swallows her fears, thinking this will be life for the next 11 years. She hates the rapes and penetrating. She seems unable to escape. Her heart's never seen the sun shine. The sun has never seen the smile upon her face. She fears being 9 with a 9-month-old strapped to her waist because nobody knows a secret about her fetus. Who'll believe her anyway? It's a disgrace to be 8 and gain all that weight in your face. And what's worse is she don't know who's the father because she couldn't choose the father. Maybe it's an abusive father. You know, her father, her foster father. She lost her father while she was carrying his child. Would you believe her biggest concern is how to tell her mother her child will be her baby brother and her lover is her mother's husband? Oh, her eyes will light up the sky if they could just stay dry. But she cries when the lights out. Afraid somebody's going to find out. Afraid somebody's coming up the steps to help her undress, to tamper in her flesh. Another night of unrest and stress, and yet she counts her blessings. The pain she hides inside, knowing she will survive. She no longer cries because she's dead inside. Last night she bled inside, hemorrhaging, physically leaving peacefully, escaping this place called home. And that's why there ain't no sunshine in this poem. All right. I say I ran some people out. God damn. Yes. Before anybody asks, that is based on a true story. All right. So this next one based on a true story as well. So I try to do stuff for the community other than self-defense and stuff like that. And I was spending some time in the Bell County Juvenile Detention Center. I wasn't in there because of me. You know what I'm saying? I was in there because y'all badass kids. You know, y'all got some badass kids, nephews and stuff. And the young men in there, they were like, they fell in love with the poetry. The best part was like when I go in there, the thugs was like, they had my book, hey, Mr. Shake, you know, can you do this? And I'm looking at the book, and they wanted me to do like love poems and shit. And I'm like, so which one? Who you boot up with? Who, you know, like, come on, Mr. Shake. Like, they love that shit, right? It was crazy. But then they decided they wanted to write, and the therapist wouldn't allow them to have anything to write with, and told them that it wasn't therapeutic. So, you know, the person that got me, and his name is Rod Duckett. I say, hey, Rod, you know, I told him what happened. He said, well, I'll make some phone calls. I said, well, I got something for the therapist. So I wrote this piece to share with the therapist to show her how it was therapy. So y'all rock with me on this, okay? Yeah, we can do that? All right. All right, here we go. If I had a pen, it might have saved my life. Give me a pen, and it could change my life. I got life in this pen. I should be writing again. I'm not fighting with them. I'm fighting within. I can tell she's in fear of me by the way she stares at me. She said that in this pen, a pen ain't a part of my therapy, but she ain't right. Writing was helping me. This is unhealthy as hell for me. I'm trapped in this cage. They're shining their bright lights, recording with their mics. This room is not for interrogations, it's a stage. Let me bleed my rage on the page. Don't strap me to this bed and give me meds. Get out of my head. I just want to be fed lead instead. You can make that sharper. I won't make a knife or a spike. I just want to write peace of mind, peace of life, maybe peace all night if I could just write life. Sentences, silences, stingers, syllables, prescriptions refillable. I don't want to swallow the sedatives. It gets repetitive, feeling so negative. Graffiti on the padded walls of this room I'm locked in. I just want to write out when I'm boxed in. I'm surgical with a pen. Remove this straitjacket and I can tattoo all over my skin. I don't want to dream. I don't want to scream. I want to eat through reams. I want to write about demons. I want to write about how my father used to abuse my mother and molest my brother. Bloodstains on the covers covered his mouth when he would shout, "Ouch, you're hurting me." He was hurting him. I want to write about what made me murder him. I wasn't suffering from insanity. I was protecting my family. Let me out of here. If I had a pen, maybe the voices would stop. The noises would stop. You think I'm crazy? Maybe your poisonous should stop. You just want to sedate me and claim I'm crazy. You must hate me. I'm trying to break free. Escaping. Let me write nightly to remind me where my days went. Days spent staring at the void, the absence. I am no addict. This is not addiction. I can write a vivid description depicting the figments I imagine, the passion, and the unheard, words of the unheard to be read. See, if I was crazy, you'd already be dead. I just want to write about the monsters in my closet and under my bed, and how the only time I feel safe is when I come off of my meds. I need to write about the killer in the mirror that's coming after me before I become his casualty. My brain was made to decay. Mama, why'd you let them take me away? You made me this way. I just want to write what I have to say. They say I threw fits. They said I was schiz, claimed that I have a disorder. I was just writing without borders, deep thoughts. Now I'm drowning without water. I'm being eaten from the inside out. I need to let it out, but they're pumping me with Vizinazine, Xanax, Ritalin, when I could be cured with the scribbling, the writing. They gag me in the mouth when they fear the biting. Am I that frightening? Give me a pen and it could change my life. I just want to write. If I had a pen, it might have saved my life.
Yeah.
So they got pencils and composition books. They were able to write. And they were writing. So they couldn't, they had a certain allotted time. Shut up, you. So tonight, I'm not going to talk about Israel and Palestine, but I am going to talk about our government and wars and shit like that. So I am a retired military disabled vet. And this poem that I'm getting ready to do actually is 18 years old. Yes. And the problem with it being 18 years old is that it is still relevant as fuck today. So, our soldiers are dying by the thousands at $4 a gallon. I said our soldiers are dying by the thousands at $4 a gallon. How can we afford to rally the troops? Kevlar, rifle, boots. Another man missing, his memory mentioned on the memorial. Don't ask why he died fighting. That question's rhetorical. Confessing our sins to the toilet bowls and the portables. Thought we were going home to Congress called an audible. Flags half-staff, first calf. Illegal holding, 15-month deployment. It's all a game where the slaves are played and paid minimum wage. The red and blue stripes bled together, forming purple hearts on white flags waving. We surrender, Satan. We surrender. Now, why they keep sending us places instead of facing the fact that places like Iraq don't want us coming back? Expecting me to keep my weapon at the low ready, knowing back at home my wife and kids sleep below your levees. Who's going to heal my pain come heavy rain like the strain put on my family after national tragedies or the unnatural catastrophes that so happen to be a part of your strategy? Who's going to blaspheme me when I ask why wore lashes back in the past a master used to whoop my ass? I mean, I remember dying for this country when I was hungry. I may have raised my hand for Iraq, Iran, Sudan, and Afghanistan, but never once did I volunteer for your syphilis experiment or your AIDS epidemic. Never once did I ask to be a crack addict or contract habits that can be managed. But you introduced to me 911 ways to kill myself. I mean, fuck the price of freedom. What must I pay for my health? How much are you charging to send our daughters to college? Are you spending any of that 87 super unleaded on teaching my son how to read and write? How many politicians know what it's like to have no place to sleep at night? Does CIA still stand for crack in America? Another way to kill more blacks in America? Does WMD equate to GWB or the LAPD or the PD and NYC? Can we really blame Obama for robbing China to pay the Unabomber or robbing Peter to pay Paul? I mean, they was trying to kill us all. My God, listen to us all, but they constantly shush me, push me again and see what happens to you bastards. Irresponsible for my actions, I die laughing if I I have to because I'm tired of fighting and biting my tongue. I'm tired of being forced to fire my gun. I'm tired of my taxes and the price of gas, not paying for classes or children that need glasses. I'm tired of asking for affirmative action to take action when assassination of character happens to black men. Pissed because the NAACP won't see me unless my shit make it to TV because, you know, they got to look good. Stay paid, powerful, while I'm powerless. They hide in cowardice, but my long days seem hourless like time standing still. Still, you train me to kill when I can't pay my bills or fill my tank. I've grown irate, force feeding shit off of my plate to my children, trying to find escape for my children. My heart is covered in blisters and boils. How can we still afford to deploy in the war with the price of oil, but can't afford to save New Orleans? Satan's sun is boiling our ozone. I'm just a simple soldier wanting to go home and sleep in peace under an occasional moon instead of a star-spangled tomb. How many lives will be consumed before this is over? What is the growing rate of a barrel full of soldiers when a man has to choose to buy food or buy fuel? How will we win a war in a situation that's lose-lose, using the towers to abuse your power? Our nation's been fooled by cowards who showered our streets with towers and flooded the sewers in the blood of their soldiers while feeding their families with our souls. The price of life in gas is as good as gold. Yes. Can I get a little intimate with you? Yeah. So I'm gonna sit down. Y'all good?
Good.
Yeah.
All right. See, that was all the strong stuff. I had to separate I usually say the men from the boys, but the kids left because they didn't want to do no work. So I'm gonna do a couple more for y'all, and then we're gonna have grown folk time. Y'all cool with that?
Yeah.
I know y'all like, yeah, we waiting for the grown folk time. I know. Okay. So some things I'm gonna read for you. This first one we're gonna do. Does anybody know where I'm from? Not you. Not. Shh.
She said Jersey. She said Jersey.
I'm from Jersey too.
Oh. Crib. All right.
Actually, I was born in New York.
Yes. So I was born in Brooklyn. I grew up in Jersey. Okay. Anyway, so this piece that I'm about to do is about where I'm from. It's actually entitled Where I'm From. So I'm scrolling to that right now. Well, actually it's called From a Place, not Where I'm From. It's called From a Place. I come from being backed in. Men packing cause shit happens when you're black. Acting strapped when you're lacking cause cats attacking how you act. It ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. From dead end streets and dead beats, father figures don't bother with your figure. Triggers won't let little niggas go further unless ye be skilled. Rob and steal, beg or barter. Make the decision. It's either this position or disposition. Sell pot to pitch and sell rock for pot to piss. And from boys to men, we come from beating your dicks to beating addiction, where your blood ain't gotta be crippin' to fit the description. Catch him slipping, he come up missing. A sister stripping, nobody tipping, they just solicit the kitten. Her intuition tells her pimping ain't paying tuition, but she never listens. Another victim in the system. Hidden agendas, family members can be the biggest pretenders, talking like nobody remembers, chastity belts and suspenders. Tender age turns to fits of rage, depression. She dresses lesser. They just God bless her and leave her. They didn't believe her neither. This skeleton is but a secret. She keeps clothed and makeup, just like the truth she was told. She made up from where it's either knocked down or locked down. So get your weight up. Nightfall, mothers wait up, stay up the block from beef. A known thief up the street, but only fear the police. Where street prophets politic on politics tell you it's watered down, like every time we die, looters riot, while those in power exercise their right to remain silent. Violence is never the solution to the executions and shootings they claim while taking aim, pointing blame. From where we painted murals to say their names, pain runs deep in the family tree. It was 83, our hood had a hero take a knee, never to play ball again, because they knew if they took out all the fathers, the apples would never fall again. I've seen a paralyzed toddler learn to crawl again, innocent men thrown up against walls again. Aches and pains built character where survival is something you master. Learn to talk louder, walk faster, how to maneuver when disaster's brewing and keep it moving. From where black girl magic raised royalty out of ruins, where if your hands ain't dirty by 7:30, you ain't working hard enough. If devils ain't banging down your door, you ain't irking God enough. If you ain't earned no scabs and scars, you ain't in the yard enough. King, I seen them fingerprints with no fingerprints, not a witness on site, insight, a violation of rights where violations get you life from vibrations get you hype, get free, basing the pipeline of coke, lost causes searching for hope, no bigger hustlers than single mothers in need, empty fridges and ovens with too many of us to feed. I'm talking prayer knees for hair beads and barrettes, Ross clots with machetes, Glocks to protect from separation, Jamaicans, Haitians, Asians, and Venezuelans, the Sunni in the nation, the Arabs and Puerto Rican, imams and the deacons, different versions of the teachings, a different verbiage of speaking, yet all in dirt with the demons, from seeing babies aborted after birth, that's what hurts, from where a sister being LGBTQ is obtuse, from screaming, let go baby, you're too quiet about the abuse. Y'all may see this as an old soul, I just say none of this shit is new. When you've been through enough, it's enough. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to stay up, can't sleep at night, those sleepless nights we stay up, an American dream through the screams and the horrific scenes we've seen, so it seems our moral fabric has been ripped at the seams. You'll know what I mean when I say these streets ain't clean. I'm from where grandma say just trust in Jesus, uncle say you've been lied to, that's suicidal, either do what I do or they will crucify you. I'm from a cycle, I broke while broken, gases slash open, hands holding hope, harvesting, healing, dependent on no one to showing my children my mistakes and how not to make them. I'm from a place called America that I just can't escape from. Okay. All right. Y'all was with me? Okay. So, got a few ladies in here. I know the women in here, I'm certain, like you all are top tier. The creme de la creme, right? You know, Gift told me, right? He said, but y'all got friends and maybe y'all can talk to your friends, right? So I have this thing, right? So how do I say this? Single women that say, I know what I bring to the table. So my thing is, you can't say you know what you bring to the table if you don't know the person and what they like. I.e., you could be a holiday ham and everything they eat is kosher and halal, right? So we don't serve that here, right? And then, oh, men, blah, 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 men this, men that. No, like, you thought that, and it really didn't, you know what I mean? So okay, you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to find this piece here. A friend gave me this idea. She was like, yeah, you should just be like, blah, 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 whatever. Here it is. I done looked at it twice. It's called stiletto. Like, the heels. Stiletto. Okay. Because it gets to the point. Like, stiletto, because of the point. You said still a hoe? You know what? Hey, see? Look at that. All right. Here we go. What makes you think you can give me what I want? Baby, you're unstable. I'm still trying to see all that you claim to bring to the table is more than fable. Like those fake designer labels, you're unstable. 4 kids, 3 baby daddies, too many problems with that one ex you drink text for sex, but can't call when those tires flat. Those lights go out. When those pipes go out. Y'all might go out. Yeah, you like those types, no doubt. Yet screaming fuck everybody because you'll fuck anybody. You work so hard with no job, you're a busybody.
Hey, stop. Did you say that again? I need to hear that because I never heard that.
Yet screaming fuck everybody because you'll fuck anybody.
Wow.
You work so hard with no job, you're a busybody. That ain't nobody's biz though. Your kids know, your kids watching, your kids grow. Baby, sit your ass down, clown, you're drowning in debt. But you'll drown me with sex, it's wet, I bet. Thick with them tight jeans, thin with the hygiene, and some of the worst habits I've seen. But you want a real boy for the wood. Geppetto, you can dress it up, still ghetto boy, joy slips, even in stilettos, you still let old boy hit. He likes that you spit, but when that mic goes soft, you can't get a word. That pain you can't shutter behind your windows. You look good in all your friends' clothes, cash in your stamps so you can spend those on Gucci. You can't even sell the coochie. Too loosely you've let losers let loose their lubrication, losing the lucrative leverage. That ain't tight, that's tension. You're doing bad, bitch, as you like to mention. I hope you ain't cooking in that kitchen. You're nasty as fuck. Step your pussy up. Get your house in order. Your daughter's watching. Your sons are learning the value of a woman while watching a woman who wouldn't value herself. I hope this helps. I hope the truth hurts. There's a difference between soil and dirt. One makes you not only want to mate, plant seeds, elevate, relate, and create with you. The other makes you just want to lay up, take, and escape from you. Which is which when bitches' wishes for riches are wishing witches didn't exist? Where's your power? How are you nothing more than a deflowered flower? Claiming to be the shit when you ain't. You are a taint, a disappointment, less than desirable. Those bums that admire you are lying to you because you're an easy please, a sleazy squeeze, an ass in the head on knees, but you're talking the talk while walking, waiting for a ride, while not nary a nigga that you let inside, open wide, or gave a ride will have anything to do with you. They just graffiti tagged the walls of the parts of you they deem beautiful. An ugly mess was left, and the best parts of you are left home, hungry, while you're hoeing to feel whole, broken, like their hearts come Father's Day. Talk about real men that, real men this, while not attempting to do real woman shit. Baby, maybe you should transition, grow some balls, step your pussy up. Fuck your life together. Fuck your credit score up. Don't just fuck your credit score up. You got to do what you do, so make it worth doing. Screw who you can screw, just make sure they're worth screwing. But don't come at me with that bullshit, because what you got to offer is off the table, and I still ain't convinced that what you brought are more than just fables. I won't call you nothing that you haven't called yourself. I ain't assigning no labels. But how are you going to help me with your own shit you can't cradle and carry? Can't name the substance that makes you of value to marry. Whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord. So saith the word. Yet she cares nothing about the path of life. Stay away from her. Don't go near the door of her house. Proverbs chapter 5 verse 6. Not to be too religious, superstitious, but your pretentious pretending is poorly performing, much like the penises you've previously picked. Rolling dice with your ass will leave you shit out of luck. Step your pussy up. Some of y'all got girlfriends, y'all ain't cut off, you know. Y'all got girlfriends, you know, she be like, I know what I bring to the table, I can't find a man. You go to a house ain't never clean. The couch look like the kids was playing in milk and Fruity Pebbles. They got a bunch of the little roaches all over the place. Dish for the, you know, you be like, well, if you bringing the motherfuckers here and you just giving them the cat, that's why they, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know, you know. Let them know, you know, be a real friend and tell them to step their pussy up. You know, if the language is too strong, so elevate your vagina. You know, like that.
Don't tell them nothing. Y'all mess up the rest of God. Don't tell them nothing.
Tell them to elevate your vagina. All right. Yes. They would say, "I'm a bad bitch." Well, you're doing bad, bitch. So there you go. All right. So. Look. This is a learning, you know, time to learn, you know, teach.
Don't tell your friends.
So if anybody's like, yo, I really like this guy and want to buy me a drink, right? I'm drinking, what am I drinking? Yeah, I'm drinking a double Casamigos Easy Ice with a double splash of pineapple. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm drinking. You know. Yes. You know what I mean? Okay. So now that I just... a double Casamigos Easy Ice with a splash of pineapple. So now that it's got on the women that ain't shit, I'm about to talk about the men that ain't shit. Here we go. This piece is entitled Disappearing Acts. Your daughter met a man yesterday. I know. At first I was scared too. But it hurts looking into those eyes knowing she had nothing to compare him to. It's apparent that you don't parent, you barely make an appearance. So when it comes to having a man in her life, she doesn't have the experience. Daddy, you are dismal. Your absence, abysmal. Making a waiting daddy's call so suspenseful, though highly anticipated. Your presence is so uneventful, I feel like. Maybe if I hit you, she'll feel bad enough to miss you. You bitch you. I wonder if I bit you and then ripped through the tissue, if I could infect you with some man up. Last night, your youngest son learned to throw his hands up. Had to be taught to say what he got to say and what not to say, when to stand and defend and when to walk away. Your children found a father yesterday. They call me daddy so often they've already forgotten what was my name. They scream, let's play a game. I tell them, run boy, run. I can love you past your pain, but when there's no sunshine, I can't shield you when it rains. Your seeds found soil. Their roots stretching across and through my veins, and I don't know if you're unaware. But I've been having the hardest time teaching our daughter how to share. She looked so unpleased, so unhappy when she cried. There's not enough daddies, and grabbed me as if life depended on it, and my life depended on it. I remember moments of joy in their eyes after you destroyed their minds with lies disguised as promises, promises disguised as promises. When you couldn't feed them sleep with those promises, your princess found a date for the daddy-daughter day dance. Your young king is learning to check himself, be nobody's pawn, prisoner, or property, positions himself properly, imagination of Sophocles, prodigy, and yet it dawned on me that while never helping with a single assignment, you send them congratulations through consignment. Your children found wisdom in a support system, a tutor and a teacher. They can follow the leader, all as well, except they don't get to view their facial features. Your son found a reason to be better than the demons that only exist in his DNA. With you, his father's footsteps does not apply. You did not attempt. Maybe you didn't realize sons needed their fathers, but he doesn't now anyway. My children found unconditional love. My children found that we only step over boundaries and obstacles, step up to responsibilities. If you don't step out of your selfishness, you'll find yourself deleted from their memories. Your sons found an example. Your daughters found themselves, found that they are more than just dolls on shelves, toys that daddy no longer plays with. Their life story, pages you left vacant, they found a replacement. And for the decade of yesterdays that have come and gone, my children found a way to move on. So, big up to all the stepfathers. Fuck you to the deadbeats. Die slow. Torturous. Hope you wake up and you got green pus coming. Never mind. I don't want to. Maggots gnawing on the gristle. You know that stuff. Okay, so everybody's good? Good. Yes. You really gotta. It's for my wife. I don't drink. Thank you so much. I said, thank you. I'm not wrong with that. That's how you do it. But people like, hey, what you drinking on? I'll be like, yes. Listen. Why do people drink? To feel good, right? So my wife gets to drink. I don't have to drive home drunk, and I get to feel good. Yeah, right? You see what I'm saying? Yes. Casamigos, Hennessy, those are, you know. Yes. So, real quick, I know I'm like rolling through this and stuff like that. Almost faster than I thought. I was like, man, they're going to get tired of me or whatever. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. So I've published 4 books already. Go ahead, do clap. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Reading is fundamental. They make great stocking stuffers, by the way. Put that out there. My first book is called Can Words Birth Voices? I don't carry that on me. You can get it like on BarnesandNoble.com, Amazon, AuthorHouse.com. Like, it's my least favorite of all my books. You know, I wrote it out of desperation. I was like, I didn't even pick the poems. Like one of my soldiers, his girlfriend, she was doing the typing because I don't type, and she was reading my notebooks, and she picked all the poems, and I published it a long time ago. Then the second book I published was called In the Mind of Madness. It's one of my favorites. Y'all come on in. Come on up to the bar, get you drinks. You're gonna enjoy yourself, especially. Trust me, I promise. Then I did a book called The Book of Her, and then Mama Said. Right now I have a book in the process of being published. It's done. All my stuff is done. My publisher has it. And it's an erotic book entitled Clit. Which is, you know, I'm not about to explain it. I know, y'all know most people, most guys, y'all like, we don't know. We think it's a myth that there's a such thing. But some of us are educated on the female anatomy. You know what I mean? So, the rest of the show, it's gonna be a little tantalizing, okay? All right?
Okay.
All right. Ladies over in the corner, yeah. All right. I realized when I talked about like women eating ass, I lost a lot of the crowd. I don't know if there was embarrassment or they was going to go, you know, like, you know what, it's been a while, but all right, well, so yeah, you know, they needed a refresher, you know, bringing that up. Okay, so I guess we can run into it. All right, what's going on? Why are you late? I appreciate you. I appreciate you showing up. Right? CP time. Okay, so, guys, I woke up in her mouth.
So you want it like this?
Eyes wide open, fully throated. She's stroking her lotus. I can see the focus on her face. I must taste like hopes and dreams, the way she gripped, slurped, and slobbed, gagged with every bob, the way she creams and comes as soon as her petals are touched with my tongue. Sensually, gently and vigorous, tongue stroking her clitoris. This is our body's language's way of thanking us for being intimate. We're just restarting what we finished. Smell the last night in the sheets when we were just two insomniacs rocking each other to sleep. Had the room's temperature running on fever. I couldn't have gone any deeper, and when she went down on me, my lips went down to meet her, greet her. I didn't stop at filling the void. I gave like I was meant to complete her, treated her to heaven on earth the way my girth parted her seas. I got it in with ease, both hands gripping the undersides of her knees, making sure the wild inside of her was seized. Our eyes locked. She bit her lip, gripped tighter. Whether throwing it back or running away, she kept me deep inside her. She provided the goods and keeping the fire burning inside of us. I was providing the wood. Then back to my tongue, reminding her hood to come off of the head. The way she was gripping the mattress, causing the sheets to come off of the bed. Y'all know when the fitted sheet, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Even when her mouth is full, I know how to listen. She was done being submissive. She wanted to switch positions. Back on my back, I laid. She sat and came. Her walls caved. I started smacking her ass for how badly she misbehaved. She gave ovations while she twerked on it. She put a hurt on it, then played nurse on it. Money shot, she bet the purse on it, then slurped on it. She began and ended with head. We both were fed. Breakfast in bed.
Yeah.
See? I knew what y'all would like. I was like, you know what? You know, they play poker, pool, they drink. They probably do a lot of fucking. That's all they want to hear. I could have came and did like 3 jokes and was like, wet pussy. Say words like moist, you know, shit like that and walk off, you know. So, y'all, if y'all don't be thinking I'm nasty, like, y'all seen my wife when she walked in, right? So, ladies, look, don't tell on yourself. All right, you know, you let one of them out, we're gonna be looking at you. Fellas, pay attention if you're looking for a unicorn. No. This is entitled Manhandled, because one can imagine how you want to be tamed from flicker to flame. Locking your wrists with these chains, cuffed those times when being touched ain't enough. You want to be fucked and ravaged by a savage, have your body sandwiched, a lot of ass smacking and titty grabbing, having your love handles gripped, inner thighs kissed, clitoris licked while your lips engulf a dick. One hand clenching your neck, another locked in your locks, both guiding you to and fro as you perform top on the cock, or having your meatus and anus eaten simultaneous. We know you want us to go to war to feel which one is wanting you more. Be the object of our desires, and when you tire, you don't want to break. You want to be broken. You want us to fill in every place that you can open. You want to be holding one with the other holding you so you can't run from it. You were lonely in three's company. We're all in agreement. Sometimes you want both the beast and behemoths. Be that rare meat between us and feed us. You get a rise from pain. You want to ride this train. Neither he nor I mind. We admire that you don't hide in shame. You want more than one man can handle, you say. Touche. We came to accommodate the way that you play. Do whatever you say. We heard you. No misinterpretations. We're certain you want the stimulations and penetrations that leads to asphyxiation and perspiration. You just don't want to fuck. You want to get stuck between a rock and a hard place. Make your thighs part ways. Face buried in your front, your back. 2 hands gripping your rack. 2 hands caressing your back. Saliva sliding down from your crack. His head in your ass, my head in your lap, if you like it like that. Licking the libations left on your legs, awaiting further commands. We understand that sometimes you want to be handled by more than one man. I was waiting to see who was going to clap and look around, like, you know. Yes. Right? So, let's see if people in here got any intellect. Who knows what a sapiosexual is? Round of applause. Sapiosexuals. Okay, sapiosexual people that they get turned on by intellect. You know what I mean? Like, if there was a lot of sapiosexuals in here, panties probably be getting thrown at me. Oh, he good with words, and then be throwing stuff at me. That'd have been before my wife got here. Y'all probably like, shit, I should have did it sooner. You probably, you can throw money. You can throw money. Yeah, he would have snitched anyway. He'd have been like, because he's a fucking hater. He's a hater. But this next piece is entitled Sapiosexual. So let's talk about it. You may need an immense amount of dopamine to cope with me. I mean, high enough to climb the walls and float with me, fill your throat with me, gulping me as I open she, performing perfectly like I wrote the scene. So in tune with your body's language, I can quote her. I know her every note and she is never off key, locksmith. So I turn her on and never off me. There's a lot to be learned. Let me enjoy teaching you, shutting down every form of media so I can begin licking and flipping through your pages of your encyclopedia, getting to know you. I'm sure to be greedier than whoever been eating you, maybe meatier for your needier side, meeting your freakier side. And if you catch the fever to ride, I'll have you gripping and dripping while I'm slipping deeper, pinning you down while I'm underneath her. And when you realize you need a breather, you can just ride these soup coolers until I move you to new maneuvers. Let's talk about it. That wasn't funny. Pinning you down while I'm underneath her. And when you realize you need a breather, you can just ride these soup coolers until I move you to new maneuvers. Let's talk about it. Lay your bodies perpendicular so I can send shock waves to your amygdala. Don't be afraid. The plan is to be so deep inside you that I can tell your age. Stimulate your perineum as soon as I spread your legs. Indulge my appetite until you beg to be fed, and while in the bed, we can lay and embrace sensually as we discuss centuries of history's mysteries, or just be listening to your wish to be's and meant to be's. We'll tend to be tender when we tend to each other. We be friends, lovers, always up for the menage a trois with you, your pussy, and moi. Let's talk about it. All night. You'll have a Shakespearean experience until but soft. What light through yonder window breaks, and as the sun engulfs the moon, I will big spoon and resume kissing up and down your spine while stroking you from behind, fingers massaging your scalp tips, probing your mind, intellect for breakfast. How thoughtful, giving me brain like you love the taste of last night on me. Imagine being completely satisfied yet still so horny. Good morning is how I greet you. I beseech you once again atop these lips, seat you, eat you. There's been so many different ways I've seen you, and each view should begin or end with you sitting on my face. Why waste that? I could probably spend enough time studying your biology to understand your astrology. Your anatomy flatters me. So when you're catching me casually licking these lips with you in view, total observation, just know I'm ready to have that conversation. Let's talk about it. Yes.
No, you got it. No, that's you a gangster. That's some real gangster shit.
So, hey, fellas, don't worry. I'm not gonna trick y'all again. Fellas. Okay, I appreciate him. There's other guys in here. Fellas, do you like thick women?
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Okay. They don't seem to know. So. Relax and enjoy my touch. Legs hoisted up, moist enough to drown on the way down, face down, midday. I'm enjoying lunch. Got you in my clutch and grasp. With all that ass, you didn't expect me to pick you up, dick you down, lick you up, flipping you around to lick your butt, spread your cheeks. I love to eat as much as you do, and I prove to you my reach is deep enough to go through you. Hit your spots. You on top when you want to be, tabletop with you in front of me, or legs wrapped around with you when you're under me, sucking your double D's, hugging me lovingly, me stuffing your muffin, we coming together. Kiss you from head to heel. I want you to feel me in your torso, doggy style. Keep you filled with this cane corso, command and I'll obey. I know how to treat it. Don't be afraid to sit on my face. Forget about weight as I eat it, baby. I'll make you feel like the only thing heavy about you is the breathing. You got beauty, curves, tits, hips, thighs, plus size, a plush side, and a desire to ride, and I'd be honored to oblige. Let each ounce, pound, and inch be appreciated like they're supposed to. Grab you every time I approach you, cause I've got the habit whenever I'm close to. Sweet nothings, I can't tell you as well as I can show you. I know you, self-conscious about your figure, but my appetite bigger. I may be slimmer than you like, but I fit perfectly. Parallel, horizontally, vertically, and when you hunger and thirst for me, certainly I'll rise to the occasion and heat and Mercury, explore your Venus, tongue probing Uranus, diving into your depths. Everything should be wet. I like when all the cushion pushing I'm doing got us moving across the room. Don't cover your stomach when I'm looking. I'm appreciating the view. I'm appreciating the you gave. No shame when you came. I bathed in your waves. Grave digger. I tunnel deep in the body. If ever you crave for any part of me, it's a party. I bring the favors. You bring the flavors, and we can savor each other. Those breasts, thighs, and yams should be smothered in euphoria. Looking forward to more you're kissing, licking, rubbing, and touching you. You know as well as I do that big girls like fucking too. Yes, the only thing heavy about you is the breathing. Yes. 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 And that's facts. We got a friend, a sister, her name Alley Cat, right? And she was telling our partner's mom, she was like, my wife, she was like, he got this beautiful wife, Courtney, blah, 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 whatever. And she said, she over there getting slim. If she lose too much weight, shake her, leave her. Like, she said that to my friend mom, because I truly love them thick. She is pure hominy grits and cornbread over there, yo. Baby, I'm hungry. Finish that drink. All right, so here we go. I'm not going to tell y'all the title of this one. I'm just going to do it, okay? I dreamt you were in the bed, legs spread, and I can't get that head out of my head, FaceTime. She was face down, drowning in you, mouth covered in dew in you, and you caressed your breast as I watched voyeurism. I enjoyed the vision as y'all switched positions, body kissing, hissing and slurping sounds mixed with moans made music move me closer. My face in you, your face in she, and we ate like kings, royalty. My loyalty to her and lust for you as you two became more acquainted, painted love notes that spoke in body language, no explanation necessary. Sexy? Oh, very. Derrieres in the air, pear-shaped, apple bottom, me drunk off the juice from y'all fruits. It was as if this was the first time your body was truly touched, had your fupa sucked, love handles grabbed with passion, abdomen spasm as I'm smashing your back in, thumbing your crack, your lips smacking in her passion fruit. While you're eating her rolls, I'm sucking her toes, slow with every stroke, grabbing you by the throat, you choking she loving every stroke of your tongue. She comes, then you do, pulsating as I move through you, she pulling closer to you. Longing to see how this tantra suits you, Kama Sutra. Her legs braid with yours like two sensual scissors, insisting on entering each other's incisions as they glisten. I'm watching your bodies rocking my candle flame. My inner animal came to handle and tame, to dismantle your frames from passion minus the pain. She mounts, slips down my tip. You sit on these lips, my tongue parting your labia, tasting you, you wasting upon my face. Both of y'all hips race faster than hearts beating. Me eating, you kissing, she riding me, and we came 3 times each at least before she wanted to watch you with me. Me still throbbing, you engulfing, slobbing, bobbing, tongue running up and down my shaft. She comes from touching herself to spreading your ass. Her tongue runs up and down your crack and back until you sat on my lap, legs wrapped, strapped round my waist, face to face. I could taste us on your lips. She licking your hips, kissing your dips and biting your lips. Taking control like she's writing the script. She sips some wine, then sits on mine. As our lips meet and speak, she sucks your peaks, nibbles your nipples, grabs your ass as to ask you to move faster. And after you've creamed and came, she came to clean you, strumming your vulva, your meatus, taking you places, penetration passes by, and I bury my face in her, and she purrs. She whispers that 2 heads are better than 1, and this one she prefers. I dreamt, and I ain't been awake since. So, if y'all didn't know, that was a menage. You know, everybody's not a sapiosexual. You might not have got that, right? Y'all still good? Still with me? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Y'all not used to this. So, I'm gonna say I got some new shit, and then y'all gonna be like, new shit, like that, like in unison. All right. So I got some new shit. New shit. Okay, y'all did good. The people in the back didn't participate. I got you, bro. They was like they wasn't involved. So what you eating? Nachos? Are they good? They good? I'm gonna do it again. I got some new shit. New shit. I love y'all. I love y'all. Okay, so now the last one I did. Oh, so yeah, these, like I said, this is the upcoming book. So this is for all the unavailable women. You know, yeah, unavailable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not available. You know what I'm saying? You unavailable. I understand. So let's talk about your man. The plan is to keep your head so high in the clouds I can hold deep conversations with your kitty. Does he love you enough to learn the language? Come here. Dame beso. You are only spoken for if you say so. So before you say no and begin talking about what he would do, let's discuss what pleases you and ease into me eating you. I know that's blunt, but your walls are up. This is just me breaching you. Learning you, I'm eager to. A hard study. Digging up a degree in you. A PhD that won't throw off your PHB. Balancing his, baby, I promise you, with daily deja vus of our rendezvous if you allow me to. I want to drown in you. Hear the sounds you make. Get you naked and bathe in compliments any parts you hate. Stretch marks, moles, scar tissue, every part of you. Create a spark with you. So in tune with your body, you won't know when it's you or the kitty that I'm talking to. You're feeling drained? I know what to pour in you. Through these lips, my tongue runs laps, takes tours of you. I'm sure you're a freak in the sheets. Let's release the whore in you. Our secret. Save me and your phone is Victoria. Or Dr. Downs. Dick you. Your OB-GYN, Mr. All the Way In, a necessary sin, a guilty pleasure. I will be your new ruler where he can't measure up. We can make love or fuck. You can hit the blunt while I'm eating it up. Deep in your guts or dick in your butt. Hell, he can cuck if you want, if he can handle it. I'm here to keep your candle lit when he can't manage it. The sweet and sensual or that savage shit. So whenever you want me to unwrap the package and ravage it, have you orgasming back to back to back, you know, that bad habit shit, you can have it. A master of mattress magic, maestro of making music of your moans, leaving you pleasantly pulsating like your lips of your pussy was spitting these poems. I'm just saying, I cause your legs to shake like that's what they call me. So call me, I'll be waiting. Turn your masturbation to penetration, more pure sensations. Touch your yoni, your body pours vibrations. Our body language conversation be deeper than politics and religion. With me, it's a given. You'll always be sitting in a different position, getting different positions. Let me feel a prescription that leaves you smitten and dripping long after. Side effects are stress forgetting, so that stress you're getting won't matter, but rather when and where we'll gather. Just make time, I'll make time, I won't waste time, I'll devour, I won't just taste, dine your body, I'll strafe, climb, claim mine, pleasure and pamper, then occasionally beat it like a hate crime. This ain't smoke and mirrors I'm selling you, I'm just telling you. So tell me, when do you think you'll become available? Y'all good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I was wondering if you'll leave some pussy for the rest of us.
Say that again. Say it again.
Oh, you heard me.
I heard pussy for the rest of us. I didn't hear the first
I was
part.
wondering if you can save any for us.
Oh. Yeah.
You need to be writing Hallmark cards.
So my books make great stocking stuffers. I'm gonna put that out for y'all. They make great stocking stuffers. Each one of the books does have. I'm about to stand up. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna stand up here. Yeah. I'm gonna do one more for y'all, and then I'm gonna, let them turn on some music, and I'll be up here. Anybody got questions? They want to holler? Books or whatever have you and stuff like that. I did bring a tip jar. I appreciate the drink. Very tip. You know what I'm saying? I got to show cleavage. I got to. Yes, you know what I mean. Yeah, if my wife wasn't coming, if I knew she wasn't coming, I probably would have baby oiled up. You know what I'm saying? Bought my muscles. It's hot in Texas, so I leave my muscles hang. I'm a pretty big dude. I hang them in the closet. So yes. Oh yes. The stretch and go. Yes. Yes. Hang them in the closet. So most of the poem, most of what I do, I don't really do a lot of the erotic stuff. You're like, you lying. You just did like 8 of them, right? That's because sex sells. Right? That's the entertainment part. But I like to talk about real stuff. Y'all got some of that tonight. Deadbeat dads. Children being molested. All that stuff. Everything. Race relations, wars, all that good stuff. Politics. Everybody say fuck politics.
Fuck politics.
I like y'all was on cue. Fuck politics. Yeah, I like that. So, you said go Biden. Don't say go Biden. Don't say go Biden. So my spiel is that the voting public, the American people, the populace, whether you vote or not, we have been in an abusive relationship with we're voting, period. There's never fuck everybody. You know what I mean? We just get rid of all of them, let us fend for self. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Lock them in a cage, and you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna do another piece for y'all. I'm gonna stand up for this one. This is strong, so that's why I'm gonna get up. All right.
Come on, Max.
You must first learn to dig tunnel.
Come on.
Vision yourself at the end before you begin. And remember, lesser men sin while greater men win. And no matter how loud the winds may howl, the mountain will never bend. Find Zen. And only take a knee when thou bows before your Lord. Never a weapon formed shall be mightier than your sword. Remember you are lied to by those who wish to blind you. It's not the light, but the darkness you'll get lost in. It is not to live life to be boxed in. Coffins seal bodies, not fate. It's never too late for change. Run free to change, strange fruit. Tame roots make for strange shoots. Many men have died. Genocide. Women tried to lead. They infiltrated villages. Women hide your seed. New God, religion, language. Must learn to read to be freed from shackles upon our feet. Defeat. Enemy made sheep of man who put iron to lions for meat so families could eat. We're asleep. Run, boy, run. We're complacent and weak. Run, boy, run. Never turn the cheek. I repeat. Run, boy, run. Never turn the cheek. Command, demand. Be a man when you speak. Educate self. Your son's wealth is in what you teach there. God is found in what you preach. Run, boy, run. We have higher mountain peaks to reach. Run, boy, run. There's a war going on. Run, boy, run. Seek shelter from the storm. Run, boy, run. Tell your story. There is glory in your poem. You are hungry poet. You are warrior poet. Spit fire. Run, boy, run. Like you're chasing your birthright. No retreat, no surrender. Remember, they've done everything to ensure our children aren't birthright. Fight or run. But keep moving forward. War waits against us. Never run from it. Run towards it. Soldiers will die. But so are slaves. There's a difference between dying in vain and dying in pain. There's a difference between riding the train and just signing your name. Run, boy, run. There's a difference between bend till you crack and peddling crack. There's a difference between the skills that you lack and skin being black. Run, boy, run. We will not be held asunder. Black is the clap of thunder. In blood and tears we drown. Blacks and browns may fall like autumns, but we rise to survive infinite summers. Black is not the color of sin. That's a colorblind notion. Just like black men can't swim because we run across oceans. Run, boy, run to the pressure rips to your chest. Run, boy, run to soul murders in the flesh. Cause nothing is left but God, staff and rod. Be on. Harm is upon the horizon. They wish to strip you of you. Rewrite, retell who you are to your children's children. See, villains bleed the same blood, but cannot be camouflaged with the same mud. Nights fall was only dark when sun don't shine. Time is of the essence. Fear is the only weapon. I'm not afraid to hang, not afraid to die fighting. I only fear dying in silence. I will riot, I will run, I will scream, I will run, I will lead, I will achieve, I will succeed till I bleed. I will live, I will die, I will run, not to escape, but give chase, face to face, for every rape, for their hanging, for the enslaving, for the tainting, for the taking, for my daughters I'm reclaiming. I will run, we will run. Run, boy, run, run, until all those that are standing behind us are our sons.
Come on, man.
Run. Thank you. So, y'all have been a wonderful audience. I want to thank Pocket Eights. I want to thank the 8 people in the audience that made it sound like a lot of people. I appreciate y'all. So, y'all were doing it, so I didn't have to say it, but I'm supposed to say this. I say this every time. Make sure y'all support the bar. Tip your bartender. Who's that? Sunshine. That's her nickname or whatever. Make sure y'all tip her. Tip Sunshine. Right? Look, I was introduced to her. Hey, this is Sunshine. So, I got solar panels on my house, so I love Sunshine. Tip Sunshine so Sunshine keeps coming out, all right? Because fuck the freezers. I don't want to do that. Any questions of me? Any questions? Anybody, something they want to hear, blah, 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 whatever. I'm here. So, just, no?
Have you always been a freak? I didn't know that about you. Like
The question was, have I always been a freak? Yes. Yes. Actually, so, good question. In my younger days, I thought that I was a freak until that incident in college when I got my ass ate for the first time. So, you know, that further let me, know that there were levels that I hadn't yet. Yeah, you know. I was like, oh, this shit gets real. So, yeah. So that's why I had to write the poem. I realized that a lot of men, a lot of our brothers are, holding that inside and it's tearing us apart. There's no safe place for us to discuss it. And I just wanted my brothers to know that they're not alone. Yes, we actually have a support group. There's like 6 or 9 of us. Yes. Any other questions? Any other questions? Yes, I do. I am available for booking. I do have clean stuff, so I have performed for kids. I can perform in a church. I can perform for a bunch of drunk, horny people.
in a church?
Long as they won't throw me out. Yes. Yeah, the horniest people are actually in church. Matter of fact, never mind. I might be giving y'all too much information. But the good Lord said, "Be fruitful and multiply." So, the fruitful and the multiplication comes from being freaky. So.
Don't you have another show you do with Colleen?
Oh yes. So it used to be every first Friday, but the room started looking like this. Like it's very few people, and it's full of poetry. And it's been running for a long time. So every other first Friday over at Endeavors, 868 South 4 Hood Street, I host an open mic. So you get my wife. She is the most talented person in the house. I'm not saying that because she's here. I was before I got married to her, I was the most talented person in my family. And then I had to take a back seat. I was like, this motherfucker, she does everything. So she's a musician, singer, songwriter, producer, and poet. She plays instruments, fucking guitar, ukulele, the fucking ukulele, right? You know, like goddamn, you know, keys, freaking, you know, she does hair, makeup, nails. She's a, you know, she's one hell of a, like, she should have went to school to be a chef. She Cajun, so y'all know I get, don't let the small bill fool you. I eat like a fucking god, and shit like that. But she's there with me, and you know, some local artists, some local talent usually show up, and sometimes they get people from out of town. And we do the damn thing. The next one is the first Friday in December, which is the first. December 1st, yes. It is payday, and more importantly, it's her birthday, so somebody should treat her to VIP. You come and get the VIP tickets, and you get fed. You get to taste her cooking, her and mama. They cook the food and stuff like that, sit up in the front, and be wild and wooed. Yes. Any other questions? I know that somebody got questions. I am 68 inches tall.
This is not so amazing. Say, how tall are you?
I'm 68 inches tall.
Military is about 5'8". That's what it's about 5'8". I'm doing bad for you. He's 5'8".
Aren't you 5'7" and a half?
No, I'm 67 and a half inches tall. I ain't gonna lie, don't lie your inches.
Yes. So, any other questions? Anybody like a book? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I guess Pocket Ace is somebody's gonna turn the music on and stuff. I'll be over here. Even if you're not gonna buy a book, you can come over. Let me, you know, tell me this is the worst shit I ever heard in my life. I wasted my time. Don't come back. You know, or like, you know, I like what you're doing or whatever have you. You know, compliments and feedback is very welcome. I got a tip jar. I wore green because I need money. You know, yeah, you know, my HVAC went out, so you know, fortunately, season's changing, but I gotta get it fixed. So you know, yeah.
I know someone.
See, then I need to ask you some questions. So you come see, yes, you come see me, birthday girl. All right. So thank y'all for having me, and I found out that I'll be back because my wife was like, "Wait, where are they located? Down the street? There's a bar." And Gift just now telling you where it is? I know, baby, just now telling me. This is his fault that y'all just meeting me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I'm going to play poker, and it's up the street from my house. He got to pass my house to come here, and pass my house on the way home. That's how. Yeah, he ain't. Hey, look at him and tell him he ain't shit. Everybody on 3. 1, 2, 3.
You ain't shit.
All right. But thank y'all, Pocket H. Y'all have been a wonderful audience. I appreciate you. Don't go home. Stay. Buy drinks. Tip Sunshine. And is there poker going on next door?
Poker's going on next door.
There's poker going on next door. There's pool going on out here. And there's drinks and shit. And they're going to turn the TV back on, of course. And there's food. Yes, there is food. Make sure y'all, I know the nachos are good because they didn't stop eating back there. They was like, all right. Thank you.
Yeah.